Hey, Josh with Hallmark Properties, and I want to show you this property, but I also want to show you how you can make $50,000 on this property in the first year. So our company handles a lot of different types of properties. This is for a special class of you guys that are crazy enough to take on flips. And anyway, there's money to be made. Let me break this down for you. Here's the property. It is 1101 4th Street South, and that's in Phenix City. And I'll show you a few pictures of this property. The story of this property is that the original property burned, and the owner rebuilt the property. Got an insurance settlement, rebuilt the property, and you can see that he did not finish the property. He actually rebuilt it as a two-story. Originally it was a one-story, and so this is basically how far he got on the remodel. And now it has some things that need to be finished on it. There's an appraisal on this property that is $175,000. So that is a certified appraisal. I can email you that. So there's instant equity in this property. It's listed right now at $79,900. Now let me break the numbers down a little bit for you. Let's talk about a couple different scenarios that could help you guys that are flippers to get in on this property. And I know that having cash is the name of the game, but there are ways to get into these types of properties. Number one, let's talk about the price of $79,000. In the appraisal that I have, it says $25,000 worth of repairs are needed to bring this property up to the value of $175,000. Now, my estimate for repairs is more than that. I would say $35,000 or $40,000. I'm using $40,000 for the sake of this. Some of that depends on whether you have your own subs and you have your people, or whether you're doing the work yourself. Anyway, but this is how I'm breaking this down right here. Is the price $79,000, improvements $40,000. That puts the cost of this property at $119,000. And after repair value is $175,000. So that gives you $56,000 of equity instantly. Now let's talk about, does this property cash flow? So here are a couple scenarios. If you have some cash to put down and you can get a lender. I know some of you guys use traditional lending, some of you guys use private money. So I've got a couple different percentages for you. But the down payment would be, basically you need $24,000 to get this property. The loan amount would be $95,200, mortgage $900. That's at 10%, and then at 20-year AM. This second one is actually at 8%. I have a typo there. That's 8%, and so it's a little cheaper. Annual taxes $1,267. And then insurance premium $1,000 a year. So let me give you your payment, PITI. That's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance would be $1,107. This is with you putting $24,000 in. $1,107 a month. That's $14,000 a year. The rental value is $1,200 a month. So I think you can get $1,200. If you were willing to do Section 8 housing on this property, you might could get $1,300 or more. So yearly cash flow would be $1,100. Monthly cash flow $92. So this property cash flows at this price, and at 8%, it would cash flow $2,500. And $214 a month. So there is space for this property to pay for itself if you have a down payment. Now let's talk about this for just a moment. This is just another scenario. Talked with a gentleman recently that had 100% lender. It was private money, and if you're in a situation like that, and you wanted to apply that on this property. Say you have somebody you can borrow the full amount from, or you're paying cash. If you put if you financed 100% of this property, let's say it like that, you finance 100%, your monthly payment, and that's PITI, is going to be about actually, I'm sorry. Let me go right here. You're 100% financing at 10% is $13.37 a month. So you'd be in the hole $137 per month at 100% financing. Now, here's the beauty of this, though. If you could find somebody that will loan you the money at 100% rate, which it is out there, then you would only be having to pay $140 a month to own this property with no upfront investment, except that you got to get the work done, right? Now, at 8%, and that's, well, I think we're at 8.5, prime's 8.5 today, but you'd be cash flowing this property if you could loan 100%. That's pretty amazing that you could cash flow a property that you didn't have any money in. And so that's something to consider. Now, think about that in the short term, because here's where the beauty of this comes in, and this is how this is my hook about the $50,000, is that if you were able to finance this at 100%, and you could get all the repairs done at that point, and so as we're moving now towards an election cycle, and we're expecting the rates to go down some, but I've just got you here at 7. Let's just say the rates went down to 7% by election time, and we're at $11.20 a month. That's what your payment would be. So this is what you would have to do if you refinanced it. I'm talking after you're finished with the repairs. It's a few months down the road, maybe even 8-10 months down the road, and you financed it. It's cash flowing at 8%, but maybe you've had to put $140 a month into it for a few months. Now you can refinance this fall or next year. You'll have to leave $35,000 in. That's your 20% to refinance, and what you'll have left from $175,000 minus the $119,000 loan is $56,000. You could feasibly go into this property, finance it at 100%, refinance it in a year or less than a year, maybe just a few months after the repairs are finished. Get out $56,000 out of this, and now you can finance your next project with no money down. Carlton Sheets was right. There are scenarios where it works. But even if you had to put $24,000 into this property, in less than a year, you're going to be able to pull out $56,000. So call me if you're interested at all in talking about this property. Also, if you're interested in me helping you find other properties, or if you'd like to list your home with me, I would love to list it. We deal a lot with land and homes, and then even investment properties. So call me 334-329-0787. Thank you. Have a good day.